Hello, everyone. Welcome to the 7th edition Pochi and Nyaa Compile's big puzzle game. This is going to be some very familiar if you've played Super Puzzle Fighter 2 Turbo. Except instead of building blocks, we're building twisty-turny paths. Joining me on the mic today, I have Matt.
Hello, everyone.
We've got 12 entrants tonight, so I think it's going to be a pretty good bracket. Oh, 13. The game
Incredible. The hits keep on coming. Yeah, this bracket should be fairly competitive. We have some pretty strong players, some tire kickers, and some folks that I'm excited to see them compete in this for the first time, because I know that they just have like a high resting puzzle power, you know? Yeah. So I just want to see what they've cooked up in this game. It's gonna be really exciting, I think.
All right, our lovely TL Muscle Queen will be beginning match calls soon. Actually, jump right into my match against @Henry_double X, who is coming in from Korea. I have not played against many Koreans on Fightcade, but I have played against a couple. There's Kane Hub, who is a very notable Neo Turf Masters player, probably top 5 for sure. Just shy of, I'd say, No Telling Ken. And maybe a tiny bit better than me. He's probably like a 60-40 matchup. And then there's also a couple of Koreans who frequent the Samurai Showdown lobbies, actually. So.
Can you either?
Oh wait, I gotta switch.
Getting a request to do a little bit of audio mixing. If you can either bump our volumes or lower the game volume, one or the other. Whenever you get a moment, I know you're literally in the middle of game. So for those of you at home who are wondering what is happening with all of these cats and dogs, players are trying to line them up into trees and then drop an attack piece directly onto those pieces by pressing the C button, which will transform your piece into an attacking piece. And then it'll trace down the tree. For every dog or cat that you explode in this manner, you get a point of damage. When the tree ends in a tail, ends in a split. So you see Dekka's green tree has 3 tails at the end. That means that all of the preceding dogs and cats are going to be multiplied by 3. So having a bunch of different tails on your structures is really important to finding your damage. There's some pretty basic defensive stuff like avoiding stacking in column 4. So that way your opponent's attacks don't kill you outright. Henry looking a little bit in control here. With an empty board, Dekka's got some gas, though. It's definitely a little bit buried, but it can be challenging to kill an opponent if you're not very fast at building structures. Ooh.
Okay. So
that'll do it.
He's quicker than I expected.
So typically, the early game is deciding from your piece queue what colors you'd like to commit to. Because, some colors are going to be naturally overrepresented, and you definitely want to build structures in such a way that when they collapse, the structures that are left behind are really useful. Dekka's caught with a bit of a flat stack, so he's going to do a little counterattack first to make sure that his opponent doesn't block off access to all of his stuff. He's going to start building a green tree, Henry. Working on a big green center straight, but there's no tails on that green shape, so it only dealt 7, which is not the damage we're really looking for.
That was a misdraw.
A little bit of hesitation from Dekka, but he's still largely fine. He still has access to this green shape, so he's totally Gucci. And he's added another tail.
Oh, I wasn't fast enough. Damn.
Oh no! Okay. I'm getting more
mixing.
requests.
Oh,
Yeah,
there's no
just-
game volume. Is there game volume now? I can't hear my own stream.
Let me open up. I'm not listening either because it would double your audio. I don't hear game audio.
Fascinating. There should be.
Now it's good. All right.
Okay, now it's good.
Yeah, it's a little rough when the streamer matches first, isn't it? You're like,
Yeah,
wait a minute. I don't get a
to
chance to look at the meter. Yeah. Alrighty. Deco with this big yellow shape. It's also really defensible. So like Henry could blast this yellow shape and Deco might still have access to it. Building a great red shape. Look at this. Oh, stacking the green directly on top. That's interesting. Deca defending. This might not do, yeah. But we should be able to protect ourselves pretty straightforwardly. We'll do a little bit of a dig. And we'll get into it. Ooh, okay, so now the place where you take the shape actually matters. So in this case, Zeka's outgoing damage is halved because he took the shape from the middle. The path that the hit sparks go down really, really matters for damage calculation. And that'll come into play a little bit more as we get a little deeper in. Deca's now in kind of an awkward scrambling portion of the game. This is pretty typical in the mid-game. Okay. A lot of Henry's stuff is blocked off. And no tails on this blue structure. We're just cashing it in. Deca's trying to apply a little bit of survival. He actually managed to add a tail by taking that shape from the side, which is kind of cool. Henry has quite the attack on this yellow shape coming up. If Deca can find a way to take this blue from the bottom, that'd be pretty gas. That's definitely living. No yellows in the queue for Deca. That does suck. Okay, he's finally free. Okay. Now Henry's stuff is super buried. Deca. Okay. We're starting to build this great blue shape. If we can get another tail at the bottom somehow, that would make this like an incredible attack. Oh, actually, you can chain into it. He didn't. Okay, wait. Wait. Oh, we may get into like super duper margin time pretty soon. So as the game progresses, we go through additional levels of margin time.
Wait.
Damage starts. Oh god. Okay.
Oh, I'm dead.
Okay. Oh, it triggers on. Wait. Oh, he's super dead. So as time progresses, damage starts increasing on attacks. More and more and more. At a certain point, offsetting, it's a mechanic where your incoming damage is reduced by your outgoing damage. Offsetting gets turned off. And so all of the damage just passes through each other. And in that stage of the game, everything is extremely scary, very dangerous. And we came a little bit shy of that occurring. But as you can see, the damage does get pretty egregious in the late game. Okay, great counter riposte from Henry. Unfortunately, Dekka's in a pretty good spot. Ooh. Okay, never mind. Okay, Dekka finding a way to cash in his big attack. The main issue for Henry right now is that there's just not a lot of material on the board. For all of his harassment, it has not amounted to a huge amount of pressure on Dekka's side. Dekka's board is flattening out. So there is a possibility that like a big attack from Henry. Oh, okay, we're working on a red trigger. You do have to be careful with leaving crash gems on your board. After a certain number of placements, the crash gems do turn back into damage pieces, which is super annoying. Means that like you can't just leave stuff out like that. You have to actually use it. Use it or lose it. Dekka looking for those yellow pieces. They're only just now starting to show up in the piece queue. And he's actually pivoting to a different side of this yellow structure. Oh, and he's continuing to build on it, but this harassment from Henry is making it very difficult. Okay. We're poking with the mini crosses. Okay, riposte from Henry. Oh, Dekka looking to reunite these yellows, but it means that he's not defending. No! Okay. He took the yellow from an unexpected point, so he did lose some damage, but Henry's board is now mostly garbage. We're scrapping. And this is where, like, player speed... This game really does reward player speed. Like, significantly. Like, a lot. And this harassment from Henry is just really, really annoying. If Dekka can find a... Okay, he did find another tail here. And with margin time, it does so much damage. Alrighty. Committing to yellow pretty early. Both players doing the same brain cell here. Dekka doesn't really have a second, like a strong second color yet. Henry's decided on red, which is funny because his piece queue like immediately droughted him. Okay, poke coming out from Dekka. Oh, does not opt to put another yellow tail in at the bottom. That may come back to bite him later. We'll see. All right, Henry's board. It's pretty empty. But we have a pretty good green shape coming together. Good defense from Dekka. Here comes the big attack, but it's... Oh, okay. Whew. Now we did manage to get the most damage we could out of that shape. Dekka's got a lot of like incidental material, but it's not really organized in a way that makes sense, which is going to make defending pretty difficult. Clearing that garbage also ate one of Dekka's tails on the green shape, but this garbage is actually a little helpful in terms of like reorganizing Dekka's stuff. All right, Henry, gonna get started building a green shape, but not a lot of tails, mostly just straight lines. Margin time is helping in terms of adding to the damage. Dekka's a little unsure on how to progress, which is totally fine. I mean, this is kind of an annoying situation. We're definitely doing a little bit of blob gaming. We love blob gaming. And Henry did not react to incoming damage. It is common for players to, like, you don't have to stare at your opponent's screen. You can just sort of listen for them attacking and then riposte. Oh, that's a lot of damage.
That's it.
Oh no, the double tap.
I didn't expect the hit to be 21.
GG's. Masa saying blobs are okay. Blobs are just okay. They're just fine. They're not like the worst. Like they're fine. If you gotta make them sometimes, you gotta make them. Alrighty. Up next we have O minus Tooster versus Doomstruck.
Minus
Note,
Toaster.
yeah. Minus Tootster. So Note has played a decent amount of this game. Certainly very survivable. And knows how to hold down. I don't know how much Doomstruck has played of this game. So this may be a little lopsided, but we'll see. Okay, we're in.
Yep. Alright, both players kind of just...
Oh,
Oh no, seems like there's an issue. Controller wasn't on. Oh, a
I hate
fun
to see
fact.
it.
If you right-click the window and right-click it again, it will
Yeah,
reconnect your controller.
we're learning.
Secret hidden tech that took me like 10 years of playing on Fightcade to learn.
I did not really play before Fightcade 2.
I played a little bit, but not much. Mostly just
You know,
with people I knew in real life. I
mhm.
wasn't like a sitter in the lobby and play strangers.
Yeah.
But I'd boot up like 3S and play with some of my friends.
Sure.
Or perhaps just a co-op arcade game like Metal Slug or something. Always a fun time.
Mm-hmm.
All right. We are back in. Note going with a 3-pronged attack on green here on the left or on the right. Probably going to try to stack up the green. Oh, he's committing to keeping his stack kind of flat actually. So he's still a little susceptible to poking here, though he's got a very aggressive yellow as well as his green. So lots of damage potential here. Unfortunately, taking the yellow in a weird spot, and that's also going to crumple the green as well.
Note is very efficiently building these structures. Like he's already got a decent amount of additional offense on his board. And Doomstruck is sort of trying to figure out how to build another shape here. Cashing in the red, no big deal.
Note unfortunately falling to the falling victim to the strategy of building your Christmas tree too evenly on both sides. Usually what I like to do is stack it up all on one side first. That way the other side is open so I can try to offset with it, but...
Sure. All right.
Who was our winner last time? I remember somebody as like...
Leon?
Oh, it was Leon? Okay.
Leon's very scary.
Is Leon the one who made the damage calculator?
Yeah.
Okay. Yep. That's what I was thinking of.
Yeah, that's why if you care about something that much, it turns out that you're probably a very strong player.
Just making something like a damage calculator will make you a stronger player.
Yeah, that's true.
Because this is definitely a game where damage optimization goes a really long way.
Oh yeah.
Oh, Note with a very nice defensive structure here, and with 1 or 2 yellows, could get a nice little... Oh, but he's just gonna get spiked. Big drop in column 4, caught on the back foot.
Yeah, you gotta watch out for column 4. It's not your friend. You gotta stay as far away from it as possible sometimes.
Yeah, generally, what players like Leon like to do is this double Christmas tree strat, and then after about 2 layers, they bend the Christmas tree so that it touches the fourth column, and then they can leave the fourth column completely open while having access to 2 like as close to optimal builds as you can get.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, I like this crossover build here from Note. Okay, gonna cash in on the blues.
Doomstruck does have access to the green still, but I don't know that that damage is all that significant just yet. Noah would love to find a way to cash this in, but he's not building a structure to reach the top of it. I guess. Oh, he's gonna take it from the middle.
Still
50 is
52.
a
That
pretty
is a
good number.
significant amount of damage.
Yeah.
2 drops of garbage is gonna really set Doomstruck back. That's as easy as digging is in this game. If you're just digging and you're not in like margin time 5,
Mm-hmm.
your opponent is just going to build a second attack.
Yep.
And while you're wasting material, emptying your board, they're turning material into garbage for your board.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a delayed gratification. Big pokes like a 52 if they don't outright kill you, at least. Okay,
Note going
committing
for
to this red in the middle. Probably gonna cash that in relatively soon. I don't expect to see well, he covered it up, so
Yeah, I don't know what the plan is. This is technically like the most damage you could get per piece with this piece cube, but like it's very vulnerable. If Doomstruck finds a way to pop this red and Note doesn't offset, like it's kind of cheese. Oh, the double tap? This is a lot of damage.
That's lethal.
Oh yeah.
Doomstruck board a little too flat.
Chaining is not really a thing in this game, but
no, there's no chaining multiplier as far as I know at all.
But like the big advantage to doing it anyway is that you can represent a lot of damage all at once.
You can represent a lot of damage all at once. Also, you can get to pieces through garbage. Chaining is effective for digging, but it's not going to make your combo stronger.
Mm-hmm.
Or at least any stronger than taking it in 2 pieces would.
Yeah.
In this game, catching your opponent off guard is very important, though. So if a chain lets you hit your opponent with like 10 more garbage than they were expecting, that's a big difference.
Ooh, Doomstruck.
Right, the instant Oki there for Note. All right.
Oh, yeah.
And that's a win. So 2-0 to Note. No idea how to play around the colors, unfortunately. Says Doom.
Planning your piece queue is and doing it fast is pretty challenging.
Yeah. The lack of a hard drop also makes like you have to like manually pilot the pieces into the correct location. Can be a little clunky since diagonals aren't real.
All right. Up next, it's going to be me versus Henry Bros.
All right. You can avenge me.
We're
already on winner's semis here, too.
Are you having trouble getting... Oh, there you are.
Nope, I'm connecting. All right. I can't remember if we decided if this guy was a ghost or a dwarf.
I'm pretty sure he's a ghost.
Because I don't think he has feet. which is a very classic Japan ghost move.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, very nice poke there from Henry. Just now that I'm seeing Henry play, I understand why he beat me so badly. Just very effective piece management here. Okay, Rats really needs to dig for this yellow. Does make it. This is gonna do a lot of damage. The blue has a lot of damage potential here, but because there's no branches, Rats really wants to, like, yes, digging out access to this top right. And it's only 2 lines, but because it's so long, that's 40 damage. So Rat's gonna get a big poke there. Okay, both players going for a pretty similar Christmas tree build on the left side with yellow. Rat's doing a good job just getting more pieces out faster than Henry is. And that's going to make a big difference. Material advantage is huge in this game. Yeah, Henry having to waste that 2-part yellow. The crash gems do not actually contribute to your damage in this game. So if you have to commit a 2-piece to a chain as the activation, you're losing out on a lot of damage potential, which really hurts. And if you have like 3 prongs, that's like exponentially more damage it could have been. Okay, Henry trying really hard to dig, but Rat's not letting up the pressure at all. Yeah, and I think if the next time Rats gets a red, it's okay. No, it just ends there. Yeah, I thought he had a shoe. It's just his sword poking out the other side. So I'm pretty sure he's a ghost.
Yeah.
Very, very funny. And then we have, like, what if Satan went to the library on the right side? Satan Puyo, I mean. Okay, Henry kind of with a strange build here. Ran out of blues to work with immediately, despite having committed to that color. And so now he's got a lot of very ineffective piece forms. Okay, Rat's really stacking up this green on the right side. Gonna cash it in because the form is very vulnerable. Board state, height-wise, relatively even, but Rats just has so much more damage potential on board. And even after that hit, still with the red on board. Alright, now we are reaching hope you can dig fast levels of board being full. Oh, and that looks like it's lethal. Yeah. 4 split, 14 chain. Rat's lethal weapon. Henry looking to build some stairs here. send out a little poke. He does get lucky hitting rats as the top of rats is yellow, but immediately manages to open it back up, and an abundance of yellow having to sacrifice these 2 pairs of yellows to dig really hurts Henry's chance at a comeback. He has re-accessed the yellow pattern here. Oh, but right as he gets back, another 49 damage in from rats. That is going to be... Oh, still alive? Okay, rats. Rats basically has lethal on this red to blue combo, though. Yeah, 57.
GG's. Thanks for playing.
Right. Roderick versus Goatster.
The Goatster. Incredible. So Roderick is definitely very good at holding down, for sure. Has plenty of experience playing this game. Played it a bit with Xerxian, from my understanding. So probably pretty well equipped to play this bracket. I'm looking forward to this next game.
Speaking of ghosts and Xerxian, remember the voice of the ghost of Xerxian. Do not build your stack flat.
True, true.
The one piece of advice I believe everyone should hear is do not build a flat stack. You will get punished.
Oh, it looks like they're in game.
All right. Oh yeah, they jumped right in.
Oh yeah. It's kind of rough because like the character
timer's
select
so
screen,
short.
it's so short. Yeah. This fast poke from Note does mean that like Roderick, okay, yeah, he has to rebuild his red structure a little bit.
So
He
Roderick's
would love to find him.
pattern is much more defensive than
Yes.
Note's right now. However, Note has significantly more damage on board.
Yeah, Roderick really needs to poke pretty soon. Oh yeah. Oh, the double tap here is huge. Oh, just send it all. You know what? Fuck it. Get it out of here. I don't need it. Oh, it's just short of killing though. That's so sad.
I don't think that matters. Yeah, it's lethal. When in doubt, send it all. If it kills, it kills.
If he dies, he
Board
dies.
state be damned.
Oh, brother.
Yeah, Note,
I've been told
unfortunately,
that,
just misreading how much damage Rodney had on the board.
Yeah, the chaining or double tapping your opponent like that is actually like really scary. It's sometimes a little hard to predict exactly what your opponent has if they have like more than one trigger color in their queue. Little poke from Roderick, not substantial. Roderick really emphasizes height here. The common wisdom is that once you have like 2 or 3 tails, height is generally better rather than fixating on like I have to have like 20 zillion tails. But Roderick finding some pressure. And Note's green shape, like even if he had access to it, the ideal place to pop it is in such an awkward place. It's just like
very buried.
Yeah, he's gonna lose a lot of value.
If he ever gets down to it. Oh no, very unfortunate. That one piece of garbage landing in column 4. Game 1 goes to Hot Rod.
So above the playfield, there is a ghost row where damage can land. If there's garbage in the ghost row, I don't think that you can rotate past it. So even though Note had empty spaces on her board, there was literally no way to survive. His damage was already occupying those columns. Okay, a bit of an awkward piece queue for Note. He's actually going to spend some of it because it's so awkward. Drawing this double red is helpful, though.
Yep, instantly lets Note clear out the garbage that had occluded his Christmas tree.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna pivot over to the side here. Ooh, and that is brutal amount of damage to take, and 26 is gonna be lethal.
Oh my god.
Once again, the voice of Xerxian should whisper into your ear and say, "Do not build a flat stack. You will get punished."
Yeah.
And that is exactly what happens to Note. Despite having tall enough spires, the garbage supporting them simply dragged him down. Just play faster.
That is true. If you play fast enough, it doesn't matter. I have been told that some people at Xerxian's local have PTSD from Xerxian yelling at them about having a flat stack or
Flat
something.
stack.
Yeah.
That's very on brand.
Right, Note really greeting on these tails. Okay, he does luck into drawing his trigger piece at the exact right time, allowing him to riposte, but Roderick has a bunch of damage on board still.
Yeah, and this green is a little bit larger than the yellow there from Note.
Mm-hmm.
However, Note's board not in too shabby a spot, and now both players have kind of spent all of their main board material here, so it's gonna be back to reconstruction. Roderick's board state definitely much more ready to move on to extending.
Yeah.
But Note rapidly assembling some damage with this red, and is gonna do a big poke here, catching Roderick without a good piece to convert. Mm-hmm. And so now the time to dig is now. If this isn't lethal.
Oh, it landed in a safe column. It landed in the ghost row somewhere.
Okay, I don't think Note is going to be able to just poke Roderick out raw at this point.
No.
I think a pivot needs to be made to building a sizable attack while Roderick
oh my god,
goes
he's
to
out.
dig, but I think this might be the round.
No way he gets out. What?
Note had such a great advantage there, but unfortunately, I think they overcommitted to try to go for the kill, and instead of taking the time, Roderick had to just like waste 6 or 7 pieces to dig down to his stack.
Yeah,
using that time to build up a sizable hit.
Mm-hmm.
Note, unfortunately.
When you get into these situations, learning how to make a mini cross or a mini T is really important. So if you make like a mini T, you literally make a T and then you hit a crash gem at the junction. That's worth at least 6 units of garbage. If you make a T, it's like almost double that. So like you can absolutely find ways to close out games without building a huge structure if you know how to make the really small compact structures as well. The 2x3 margin. Love that.
Oh.
You're up next against Ardrox, eh?
I'm up against
you
Spacey.
may be here for a bit. You are trying to synchronize with... Oh! I'm in on my screen. Wait, this is Note v Ardrox.
Wrong game.
I'm looking for Deca v Spacey. I don't know how much Spacey has played this game. But I know it's pretty good at games like this. You can always try
Yeah, I think we're
swapping
just gonna
sides.
retry.
You were playing Cleo last night, Masa?
That's a fun game.
2-0, but it was close. How dare you?
Wow, my hands just exploded. Okay.
What's going on?
I tried to type GLHF exclamation point, and I put the space in the wrong spot, and then and it was like this. I got an at instead of a.
That's fine. I'm sure your opponent appreciates the gesture.
The sentiment.
Yeah. Yeah, Spacey's movement is very confident and very fast. We're doing a little bit of poking, which means throwing away some material.
I committed to the wrong freaking colors.
Yeah, blue, I don't know about blue. But yellow, I feel like it's pretty strong. Spacey does have, like, the Doom tree. Alright. He's Spacey pivoting over to column 1 in order to build the tree. Deca looks a little lost and a little vulnerable.
I'm just like,
and
oh my
super
god,
dead.
the piece queue is just screwing me. I don't know what happened. I just never saw enough. Like, I was like, oh, I'll make a nice little pivot here with the blue, and then I just never saw another blue ever again.
You don't need them.
I did need them, actually. I needed them quite a bit.
Alrighty. Both of our contestants choosing very similar colors. This poke from Spacey is annoying. Deca does not really want to spend that blue to free up the green, but... Oh, I guess we'll have to spend a yellow here. That's fine. Deca's building the tall structure. We're pondering a double tap, looks like. Oh. Oh, yeah. Ooh, that is not the exchange you want to see. But Deca does still have access to his green structure, so it really does not matter. In fact, poking here would be pretty good. Because, like, Spacey's structure is not, like super defensible.
Oh, I'm just dead.
He's super dead, though. We did not
needed
commit
another
to
green,
poking.
and I went like 6 pieces dry.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, sometimes if you're in like a perilous spot like that, you may have to just commit to blowing up your structure now, because you don't know when your next green is going to come. And that also applies for your opponent too, right? Like, if they don't have one of their trigger colors in their piece queue, then you should probably... Oh, this is pretty rough.
Ugh. Getting like diagonal inputs, that's annoying.
I didn't know there were diags in this.
I don't know. I'm
Learn something new every day.
Bad input on my stick.
Yeah.
I need a... Okay.
I need a yellow-blue, yeah. Spacey does have a lot of damage on the board. But appears to want to overwhelm Deco with damage all at once. Like, that seems to be the strategy. And they typically are able to find a piece to offset with, so they don't feel super threatened. Deca needs to find a way to open these greens up. Oh, we're actually going to build around it, which is totally fine. We only have 2 tails. That is sort of sometimes all you need. Oh yeah, look at that. No problem. This structure from Spacey is honestly, like, it's not that much additional value to link them up, but it is funny. Deca getting buried. There's not a whole lot of action on Deca to, like, dig for. Spacey's just kind of waiting on this green. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's over.
Yeah, you're super dead.
Ugh. I'm just too slow.
Okay. Deca committing to yellow. And same for Spacey, actually. Deca with a flat board. I wouldn't be surprised to see an early game poke when the boards are like this. Just because, like, totally burying your opponent under 2 lines of garbage early game is super annoying. Like, it's really tilting and very good. Okay, riposte from Spacey. Just okay. Oh no, that additional point of damage really mattered.
Oh, that's it. Yeah.
Oh, and a little awkward getting
Damn,
out.
I got 1 in 7.
GG's.
Good games. All right.
How much you mean 50-50'd?
Yeah.
You either win or
50-50.
you lose.
Story of my life.
Brother. Alrighty, what's next, Masa? Oh, me versus Roderick, huh?
Oh wait, no, now it's winners semis. I got semis and quarters wrong.
I do feel like I may get beaten up here, but we'll see. I stole Roderick's character.
Oh,
I just gotta do it, you know? Yeah.
Rat's playing the mental game. Going for the psychological warfare. It's not enough to bury.
Oh,
okay,
no.
but the second hit. Okay, juiced up a little bit by the damage chain. It's gonna do set 22 over Rats. Okay, Roderick getting this long yellow, but it's only 1 chain, so it's only a set 9. Ooh! Big hit from Roderick. Rat's definitely on the back foot now. Gonna find a nice... Oh my god, there's 5 green pieces in a row. However, Roderick is putting together an absolutely heinous green attack here. Yeah. Okay, Rats does manage to offset it, but now there's nothing to dig to anymore. The board is basically just garbage at this point. It's gonna be all seeing what teas you can find, milking every little bit of damage out, hoping that there's just enough margin time. And it's not looking great right now.
The kick! I was not expecting that kick.
Oh, Roderick has some massive potential here. Yeah, linking up these reds, this is just going to be a lethal 40. There is no strategy to managing the color RNG. You get the pieces you want by playing faster. That's pretty much it. The pieces will come eventually, you just gotta wait for them.
Oh, he got the blue.
Okay, Roderick did find the green in time, so we're coming out even. Rat's board has a lot of stray blues on it. But Roderick's board has some pretty nicely linked together reds, so there's still a lot of damage potential here. Rat's doing a good job offsetting, but once again we return to a board state where Roderick just has more available damage. Roderick's board's very flat. This cup shape is very interesting. I think he's about to get punished here. Yeah, unfortunately, all that wonderful yellow damage is now very, very far away. It took a bit of a miracle to dig here. Fortunately, the length of Roderick's chain costing him. The yellows are getting close. Just a couple of matches away. Slam those blues into a T. Alright, the yellows are available. Roderick has an extraordinary amount of garbage on board. And that's 81. Yep.
I just can't scrap my way past it.
Roderick with an amazing dig there. You got to give that one to him. His tenacity was on another level there. Fiending for just the right reads at just the right time to get a couple of bonus T's at the top. Rats put some decent damage here with both blue and red. Roderick with a very similar build. Though he also has a little bit of green here in the middle. Okay, Roderick committing. Gonna draw the red out of Rats, but that's enough of an offset that Rats does not have to worry too much. Never mind. Roderick just cashing everything in had enough to cause lethal. Rats never finding the piece to make their way out of the predicament they were in. hilariously tall blue spire here. It's just bored. Okay, 57. Roderick doesn't have a piece on hand. The activation was not there. The Rat's kind of getting screwed by the piece queue here, as red is relatively sparse, and the green that they kind of opted as their throwaway color ended up being the most plentiful. Okay, we're gonna see a couple of red pieces in a row here. We'll even things out a little bit, but the green on Roderick's side of the board putting him in a pretty advantageous spot board-wise. Rats is locked out of this red for quite a while. Okay, just gonna let it rip. 32 is not gonna be enough to bury things for long. Rats has some decent follow-up damage, locked and loaded.
Oh no. No!
Rats unfortunately misjudging the collapse of the pattern and loses out on that green.
Oh, what a shame. GG's, Roderick. You deserve it.
All right.
You have another winners semis match soon, right? Oh, yeah.
Probably going to be Leon and Masa. We're both very, very good at this game. Leon, the Pochi and Nyaa menace from down under.
Mm-hmm.
Picking up Rune's mantle, as it were.
Yeah. And also having a B in a game. So, like, rank decay is a thing, right?
Yeah, rank decay is a thing, and there's not that many people who play this game particularly actively, so if you're... Leon is the only B in a game with 5 C ranks.
Yeah.
And almost all of them are in the lobby right now.
Yep.
Oh, they all are. Every C rank...
Every B rank.
Every C rank is currently accounted for.
Leon getting the little neck. Oh, he's gonna chain into the red that way? That makes sense. Leon looking a little buried. And Masa does have access to these blues.
Is so good, though. Interesting. I wonder if you noticed that those yellows aren't linked up.
I assume it's all according to plan here. Like, look at this. And he's out. He looks like it, him getting out looks so effortless, you know? Like,
there's a big poke coming out from Masa. 21. Okay, following up with the blue for 18. If Masa could put, like, one more tail on this yellow from the side. Oh, yeah, unfortunately, just getting 18 out of that is not going to do a lot. It's a lot of pieces to commit to an attack that just does not amount to much. Okay, Masa there we go. Linking up those greens. Gonna get it from the strong end. That's 57. Leon does find a solid offset, but...
Yeah, we're just back to treading water. Like, the amount of time that you lose... So, like, Leon has to spend a lot of time down-stacking his garbage, right? And in all of the time that it takes him to do that, Masa can place, like, 5 pieces.
Yeah, because
like
the time it takes to chain itself is not insignificant.
No.
In this scenario. Okay, Masa building up a pretty lethal yellow chain here. This is gonna do a lot of damage. Yeah, 76.
Oh, yeah.
That's curtains. So Masa just making extraordinarily good use of the time that their pokes gave them.
Mm-hmm.
Just the delayed. You got to remember the delayed gratification. Committing your whole board to try to go for a kill, not necessarily the best play in this game. It's really hard to have a lethal amount of damage on board unless you just have like 5 stacks of margin time, boosting your chain to infinity.
Yeah, that's why you'll see a lot of people sort of like stack up and spend a long time in the early game just building these structures because the damage is just not there. Just oh, column 4.
Masa overcommitting to center board here, just gonna get poked out.
A lot of blue in this piece queue all of a sudden. And all of it landing directly in column 4 for Leon. You may... Yeah, it did the little funny neck. Okay. Do the double tap.
Ooh,
Masa does
taking one full thing of damage is gonna put herself in a really good spot now. And with these greens open, she can pivot to a really powerful attack. Oh, and the peace queue is just giving her everything she could ever want. Unfortunately, Leon also has it. And despite not having as long of a chain, he had significantly more prongs than that one. Ooh, great collapse there from Masa, making this red to a really viable attack. Okay, she's gonna commit here. Leon does not have anything on board to activate the blues. Alright, so now it's Masa's turn to turn this advantage into a big attack.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, gonna take the blues as a 2-chain. Leon also finds the blues, however, so both players kind of gonna end up just back at neutral. Pretty much all material has been spent. Leon has some lingering yellows there at the bottom, but it's going to be incredibly difficult to bring those back into play vertically through 3 layers of garbage.
Masa is really committed right now, like... Oh, this looks really painful.
Oh, no. The poke out into column 4 again.
Yeah. Yeah, it was just one additional link to add a red to that center shape, and she really just needed to cash it out. It's so, like, it's hard to commit to cashing out when you know that your attack is just not going to kill. And you're just like, what am I doing this for? Like, I'm just treading water. And so you hear that siren song, you're just like, but what if I just added one more? I know that there's no more of this color in the piece queue. I'll just do it. It's fine. It doesn't matter. It totally matters.
Masa getting a very long green chain here. Okay, not getting all of the offset, but getting its solid amount.
Look at this from Leon. Like, what is this? Whoa, that works? No way. Normally blobs like that are not
Blobs
viable.
are sometimes blobs count as damage, and sometimes blobs don't count as damage. It's kind of arbitrary. I'm sure Leon knows all of the rules, considering they made a damage calculator. But it's very hard to know at a glance if your blob conversion is going to be the number of bubbles in the blob or like 5 times the number of bubbles in the blob.
Oh, this PQ very friendly for Leon.
Masa with an unbelievable blue stack here, though.
But her blue's in the wrong place. Wait! Oh, she plays Tanky Sendy?
Oh, gonna get the green and the blue. Full offset. Leon has 2 very large structures there at the bottom. So Masa needs to make sure that she does not let him get back to them. The piece key is going to be kind of friendly here, though. She's getting blues to connect things. She would vastly prefer more blues to reds at this moment, though. Okay, gonna cash the blues in.
Ooh, links up the yellows, too. That's huge, actually. No way! And now all these reds are connected for her?
I have no clue how that's gonna resolve. If those reds are worth anything or if they're worth nothing, it could literally go either way. What is Masa constructing some devious licks in the ghost row. Okay, does get like 70 out of that red. So this is a pretty good advantage state for her.
Yeah. You should not discount Leon's ability to scrap, but he's not making, like... He hasn't found, like, a really good mini-cross setup here.
Okay, this double tap for... Oh, unfortunately, that green had no chain... no splits. So, just not much value. However, it's just enough. With the mini T follow-up, Masa pokes her way to a victory.
Sometimes when I watch Masa build, I don't know what... Normally I commit to a color in my first few piece placements, but she's actually much more reserved. And so her first like 3 or 4 piece placements, I'm like, what is she doing? And then I look at it for real. I'm like, oh, there we go. Got the double tap. Send both over. Wow. And Leon has a lot more material left on board after that exchange.
Leon definitely came out of that one ahead. Both of Masa's attacks had 0... Oh, and then there's going to be a follow-up here. I think that's curtains. Yeah, 29.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Masa had a double hit there, but unfortunately, both of them were just single tails. So, it unfortunately was a pretty drastic mismatch in material commitment.
Alrighty, you want to tell us all about some upcoming events, Deca?
Yes, I would love to. Turn the Puyo OST down. Okay. So,
that's
the wrong one.
The old one.
That's also an old one. What the hell? I just changed this. Where did it go?
Man, I would love to be playing Poto again. That game's fire.
Okay. So, this Friday, we have a return to chaos as we play Senno. The pipe circle making game where you don't actually do that. This is a game where the developers intended you to do one thing, and then unfortunately, that's not what you do. If that happens, it's like a happy coincidence. This is a game where you abuse the system. So what your goal is to make closed pipe systems. However, the devs had the brilliant idea to allow you to close the pipes to the walls. So that means that the whole outside of your board is like an activation zone. This allows you to do many, many silly things. Chains that are like shouldn't work but do and send unholy amounts of garbage. Defensive strategies that allow you to counter these unholy amounts of garbage. This is a very chaotic mid-game type game, and it is super fun to watch. The screen will shake more than you've ever seen it shake before as the combo counter reaches double digits and the garbage flows endlessly, bouncing back and forth. It's just an absolute blast. And speaking of chaos, on July 16th, we have Simple 1500 series Mahjong Ochige. Or Rakugo Mahjong no Ochige? That's a long.
It's the Mahjong Ochige Rakujong.
The Mahjong Ochige Rakujong. So this is a game where you match sets of tiles to put together a Mahjong hand. As you make matches, you build up a luck meter. Once you complete a Mahjong hand, except for the final two pieces, the screen pans over to a lovely little girl who decides your fate.
Yeah.
She's going to spin a wheel, and there are many different types of wheels that she can spin. And she will choose, based on your luck meter, whether or not you get to win, or whether you will return to the board to continue playing. Occasionally, if you're lucky, you will even be blessed by Ani's presence. If you want to know what that means, you're just going to have to show up to find out.
Yeah.
This game is really interesting. Popping your opponent out doesn't actually win you a game. It lets you take pieces from their board that you might want to make for your own matches. So there's a lot going on in this one. Very little knowledge of Mahjong actually required. You can, in fact, just match the pieces. And if you really want to, you can even do some weird chain stuff. I've seen Rune just like TKO people before with like a 7 chain.
Oh yeah.
So there's all sorts of different strategies to be had in this game. Whether you're good at Mahjong or good at puzzle games or good at neither or either way. Anyway, this game is a blast. And then, on July 23rd, we have a return to a Puzzle Wednesday favorite, Yoshi's Cookie. This game is like it's one of those like match 16 puzzles kind of. You slide the rows and columns to try to get your board to empty out. You need to make a full row or a full column of cookies, and then once that column goes away, if you have like 4 vertically, that will also count. Every time you make a the cookies come in many shapes and sizes. There is a special cookie, the Yoshi cookie. When you match the Yoshi cookie, you get to invoke whatever bonus is currently listed above your board. These bonuses can be anything from give yourself 7 points, since this is a race to quota, or it can be subtract 5 points from yourself, or you can scramble your opponent's board. There's all sorts of you choosing when to invoke the Yoshi cookies to get the different power-ups is very there's a lot of nuance to what you want to do there, and it changes regularly, so you can't just find a good one and save it. And then I'm gonna have to leave Star Sweep to you because I do not actually know that much about this game.
Okay. So Star Sweep is a really interesting chaining game. If I had to make a comparison to another game, it would actually be Panel. You control a cursor where you shoot little dominoes into the field. They're not, or I guess they're more accurately called like capsules, or they're pill shapes. And they have a clear star on one end. And the goal is to match two of them with their star ends connecting, and they're the same color. And then you can chain down your whole board and send it over to your opponent. Like Panel, you can actively skill chain, like you can just keep on shooting pieces into your board, but you have to be very careful because it's not uncommon to create a board that's impossible to clear on. The pieces, they're very specific in how you're allowed to match them. And if you match them incorrectly, then you are in for a world of hurt. Of course, pieces also grow from the bottom of the field, just like Panel as well. So you might eventually be able to get bailed out by newly spawning pieces. But of course, your opponent is sending garbage from on top. So you might not have as much room as you would like. This is an extremely fast-paced game with a lot of action, and it's utterly entrancing. I think you'll really, really enjoy it.
This is the first time we've run Star Sweep.
This is the second time,
Second
actually.
time we run Star Sweep. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, this is on Duck Station. So make sure you get your PlayStation emulator all squared away, and we'll see you then.
All right. And with that, I believe we are going to move on to probably winners finals, where we see two. Oh, no, we're not. We're going to losers. Caught in my own web of lies. Masa pulling the 50-50 on me again. It's good Rats and Spacey Soundy. Right. We are in and we are off. So both players committing to a yellow build pretty much right away. Spacey Soundy really committing to the multi-cross Christmas tree style of build. Gonna do a quick little match here to hopefully to trim down some of the extra pieces that they're having to place where they don't want pieces. Oh wow, this construction is starting to look rather dangerous. Ooh, they're gonna opt to continue the greed here. We're gonna have to see if that's a good idea. Okay, because they are now very, very far away from their very large yellow stack, and that is unfortunately gonna be curtains. Greed, ultimately the deciding factor. Okay, deciding to pivot more to red, despite committing to green on the other side of the board. Rats doing a very good job of intermingling all three colors, red, yellow, and green, all very well linked together and very accessible. A solid 50 poke out of Spacey's red. However, they're now in the see if they can scramble for a victory phase. And Rats' board is less clogged up than Spacey would probably have hoped. So the big counterposts are about to come rolling in as Rats finds the rest of her damage. Both players, very little combo material on board at the moment, but Rats in a much, much cleaner place to be building. Yeah, with the same pieces that Spacey got, Rats managed to construct a structure that simply had more bends, and as a result, simply won the damage head-to-head. The piece queues for both players are the same, I believe, so if you're getting blessed by good piece RNG, it means your opponent is probably also getting blessed by that piece RNG. One who said knows nothing can learn nothing. Alright, Spacey Soundy committing once again to this Christmas tree build on the left. Rats with a more meandering build here. Ooh, Spacey finding a big 2-chain to offset all of the garbage. However, it might not be enough because they have used all of their material at this point. Okay, Ooh, and greeting there, spelling death for Spacey Soundy in round 1 of game 2. Okay, 10 poke, not actually gonna do that much. Spacey gonna commit the blues though. Maybe a bit of a bit early. The yellows, however, are still continuing to grow on Spacey's side of the board. Gonna lose out on a little bit of damage, taking the match from a couple of steps down. Rats with just an absolutely monstrous blue, locked and loaded, 71. Spacey gonna offset some of it, but we're in do or die mode now. There's not much material on board to be had either. The majority of the 22 falling out of bounds. Oh, this...
Wait, that didn't kill?
No, all the damage you're doing is falling into columns, the columns that are empty. Or the columns that are full, I mean.
That's so funny.
Yeah, it's really hard to close somebody out unless you just, like, kill them outright. Yeah, the damage always falls in 7 even rows, so your big 25 hit is only going to put, like, 5 pieces on board.
Oh, I made him. Oh, I didn't press the button.
Oh.
No!
And Spacey managing to build some very nice T's and crosses at the top board. Full board gaming, allowing them to offset basically all of the garbage for free. and then swing back with a multi margin time boosted counterattack. Oh. Okay. That finds the big yellow. 37 damage sent over. Oh, unfortunately. Spacey greeting because they knew they needed to get those 2 extra pieces on that T to have a chance of making the comeback, but Rats sending 12 damage made it lethal.
Yeah, the ultimate in tanky sendy. The kind of tanky sendy that you can pull off in this game is very, very funny because when your opponent when garbage lands, right? If you still have access to the shape, you delete a bunch of garbage and then none of your damage gets offset. So having like a big holy counter setup is really, really, really quite strong. But knowing exactly how many lines something is going to do is very difficult, I find.
Yeah. Reading your own amount of damage is very wing it. You just kind of got to feel it. All right, winners
Yeah.
finals has already kicked off here.
Yeah, they're already hip deep into this round. I noticed Leon is very happy to commit to stacking center board. Oh, he has like the double tap of all time. Look at this.
Oh my god, yeah.
Yeah.
Literally just double rodding these damage. And here comes the big follow-up. Leon is comfortable stacking middle board because they always have like 3 fully viable chains ready to go. So it does like you can't catch them without a trigger.
No. And also Leon stacking is just incredibly deliberate, I find. Like, I'm constantly discarding pieces or something.
Yeah.
Just because, like, it can be faster especially if you need to build a certain specific thing. Okay, a little twofer from Roderick. Appears to have caught Leon a little by surprise.
Yeah, the having the wrong 2 pieces in a row sort of hampered his ability to access the damage he has stored away. But Roderick's got to make this count. Cause,
yes.
leave him alone for very long. Oh, he gets it. Literally
With
spending every piece on his board. He manages to find a victory there. Calculated, some might say.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, this damage arriving in column 6 or whatever is really, really annoying. Blocking off the green shape for Leon. He's just gonna go full tilt on this blue one.
Curious how these abnormal shapes behave. Oh, the reds didn't connect. Interesting.
No, but I think it's... Oh, actually, he's gonna open it up again. That's cool. It's a little scary when your stem is, like, directly... Yeah, he's... Oh! He's actually still just going to commit to having it on his board. That's so spooky. Okay.
Ooh. I think he figured he had enough damage to, I guess he figured he only needed 1 or 2 more extension pieces to make the chain lethal, so...
Leon would have loved to have drawn some yellows by now. It's like...
Yeah, committing early to the yellows and then only getting reds and greens makes this a little awkward. And the reds don't really amount to anything either.
Not yet. I assume
yet,
that Leon's strategy is to pop these yellows, and then he'll add tails to the yellow later. Alright, Leon forced to defend here. Send over the yellows. Not defend, actually. Call an ambulance, but not for me.
Yeah, Roderick unable to access all of those greens he'd set up. This is a T.
This is a T. I actually think the "this is a T" thing is low-key genius. Low-key the smartest thing. Because if you ask... Because, like, one of the things that I find really difficult about Puyo is that for new players, it's difficult for them to get feedback about what they did that's correct, you know? So they just feel like they're getting manhandled, like, all the time. When they probably did a lot of things very good. It's just that they just don't have any knowledge of it.
Oh, the off-the-top board match.
Oh, and
comes out
Roderick,
ahead.
He found the twofer, the double tap.
Oh, he found the twofer.
Yeah, Leon expected to only have to defend against one. And because Roderick was able to find both, he's like, oh, I actually don't have a way to defend against that. I guess I'll just, yeah, I guess I'll just die. Guess I'll die.
Leon with an unfortunate carpet underneath his blue tree. He's losing out on quite a bit of damage there.
I'm sure he feels the pressure. Like, the pace of Roderick's play. Yeah, we're gonna do the same thing to each other.
The perfect offset?
Wow!
No damage.
Perfectly balanced, as all things should be. Oh, brother. You should get a reward for that, you know? Like, somebody should give you a medal if you manage to do that.
The perfect offset.
Wow. Roderick, looking for a midboard T, has it buried and then sniped column 4. You hate to see it.
One of my favorite mechanics in a Puyo-esque falling block game is the slot machine column in Tecmo Stackers.
Oh,
you can just pick the one column to not get garbage in.
Yeah. Man, I haven't played that game forever, actually. I gotta stick some quarters.
Yeah, that's a fun one. The burst button.
Uh-huh.
It's basically... I really enjoy that it's kind of like Puyo, but with Puyo with training wheels.
Yep. And the Leon catching Hot Rod totally by surprise. I was not expecting that.
Yeah, just good look at the piece queue really gave him a momentum advantage there, and just no counterattack in sight.
Yeah, this piece queue, I feel like this piece queue is like a little devilish. Like, it doesn't hate you per se, but it's definitely scheming your demise. You know what I mean? Like,
it doesn't want you dead, but it's not trying to kill you, but it wants you dead.
but it's totally okay with you dying.
All right, gonna find a 2-piece here. Oh no, all 3 full board commit.
Incredible.
Both players out of material, but Roderick with a very, very full board of garbage here.
Okay. Okay, Leon's got a lot of material here, yeah.
Oh, 24 is gonna be lethal.
Mm-hmm. It's a clean 3-0 sweep Leon.
And now
Holy
you know
moly.
why he has a B.
Yeah.
If there was going to be someone who I would consider a challenger, it would be either you or Roderick.
Yep.
And if
Well,
Roderick
I'm actually about to
loses
get beaten
3-0,
up by
then...
Masa.
Oh, that's true. Yeah. It's kind of like Leon on top and then the 3 of you all in a cluster right below.
Mm-hmm.
All right, you two are...
Oh, yeah.
Rumble.
Yeah, if you don't mash through this cutscene, you can actually buy a little bit of time for the spectators.
All right, I'm good. I see you. Interesting build here from Rats. Gonna have to commit to the yellows to offset some of this incoming garbage. Okay, Masa has an unbelievable amount of green damage on board. Gonna cash it in.
Oh!
Oh, puts the piece upside down. How tragic.
Yeah, I hate to see it.
Oh yeah, Tech Post Hackers does have enough going on to be its own game and differentiate itself from Puyo, but just in terms of like being a stacking, chaining style game, if you're looking at it from that perspective, it offers you a helping hand, literally. Big blue match here from Rats. Gonna follow up with a little bit of a yellow. Unfortunately, a lot of these structures that Rats has created just don't have much going in terms of tails. Masa has crafted a blob structure over on the right with this green, and I have no clue how much damage that's going to resolve into. There could be like 5 T's hidden in there, and I would never know. Okay, yeah, it's worth 72. whatever Masa was cooking was
I was smoking
quite
billowing out of the
delectable.
kitchen over here, like. Who let me cook?
Still playing with a very flat early game stack, though she's now finally assembling some spires on the right side. However, her main commit is to this very large red. It's gonna get fully offset. This is such an interesting board state, because popping the green connects this extraordinary amount of this chain is just so long. Okay, yeah, 24 long. Does not have many splits in it because of the shape, but the sheer amount of material makes it a threat nonetheless. Oh, yeah, and the yellows, unfortunately, on Masa's side, their blob structure ultimately costing them unable to offset the slightly more pronged attack of rats. Okay, really nice red poke here from Masa. Gonna commit to the full return fire here. I think they're gonna try to link these blues up and just go for the length factor.
Oh no! Wait! No, I'm super dead.
Yeah, getting 52 out of those blues, definitely enough to close the round out. I really like Masa's strategy of play 2 colors. One color is like a discard color, and then one color is evenly dispersed throughout the board, such that when you commit to your main 2, it turns into like just a really, really, really big blob. Like these reds here. Oh, I'm finding 36 damage from that. Rats has to dig fast here. 19 is lethal. The third piece does fall in the middle column.
Alright, GG's.
Oh, that was not winner's semis. That was loser's semis.
That was not winner's semis. No, I'm definitely in the loser's bracket for sure.
We are moving on to loser's finals now.
Yeah, this is going to be quite the match. Masa and Hot Rod are pretty evenly matched from my memory.
Right. Top tier Pochi and Nyaa is kind of hypnotizing. It really is. It's really hard to commentate because I just kind of get pulled into the zone looking at the boards as they come together.
I do think that like the first 5-10 seconds is sometimes a little rough because like you're just sort of noticing whether or not they're able to make like a solid tree in the beginning or not. Or, you know, like their decision making when choosing a color. Like you sort of have to infer it. That can be a little awkward, but I can definitely see like it's actually funny how Masa like just sort of gave up in on the right side. I was just like, you know what? Just put a floor there. It's fine. My stack actually begins here. Not a big deal.
Yeah. When you choose to commit to one color in the game, just actually you're playing with yellow and green, not the reds that you were maybe hoping for.
Masa can find a way to punish Roderick's stack here. These greens are now free.
Ooh, Masa has a lot of extension potential here.
Yeah.
Oh, this yellow is huge. 107. He never stood a chance. He's just a boy. Wow.
Yeah, in a lot of ways, like the real advantage is it's almost always better to find a way to tank rather than offset. Like offsetting is not advantageous. It's not good. Like you'd rather the damage just be on your board and get deleted by one of your trees. And since Masa was able to hoard all of that material, man, it really made a difference.
Yeah, tank and send is very real in this game. Just because it's less damage to have to punch through.
Masa trying to make a decision about clearing garbage at top board. Like, do I take it or not? Oh, she's so lucky drawing a double color there. Unreal.
Getting three of the same piece in a row also helps quite a bit.
Okay. And now she gets to fire off these greens for free. She's gonna greed on it instead.
Only
this puzzle game
one,
things.
But that's a lot of damage. Both players kind of in a weird spot now, because they don't... There's not much to work with anymore. Both boards are really messy. These blues have a little bit of potential here on Roderick's side, and Masa has rapidly assembled a nice red poke. All 4 of the damage going to Roderick's board, landing in the ghost row here.
The ghost... It's so mean. You'd be like, I built all this offense, and the game's like, what if it disappeared? What if it wasn't here anymore?
Okay, Masa taking game 1 with the biggest attack we've seen so far. 107. Ooh. Masa unfortunately not getting the,
Yeah, not the offset that she wanted.
Yeah, the blues didn't quite line up maybe like she hoped. That extra green piece in the middle offsetting the crash gem. Okay. Masa, unfortunately, her board is very linear. These greens and yellows don't really offer anything. Yeah, she's just gonna commit immediately to the blue. She needs to get a, she needs to kind of make sure momentum is in her favor.
Roderick is able to get these blues, but I would actually say Masa came out ahead. Like, okay. Alright, we're fine. Never mind. It's cool. Sorry. I really was worried for a second.
Okay, Masa
So, like-
has to dig very quickly here. Oh, I don't think she's gonna find it.
Oh, that's such a shame.
Okay, game 2 going very quickly to Roderick.
I thought for sure that she was going to be able to get the yellow shape. I didn't think that Roderick had the remaining offense.
Alt tabbing
keep her out
back
of it.
now that Senno made me upset. Why did Senno make you upset? It's just a funny little game.
They're just little pipes,
Just little pipes.
you know. They're just little pipes. Name one way in which Senno could make you upset. What is Roderick doing over there?
All right, we get the full double here. Unfortunately, Masa making a donut means that Ooh, 18
Well-
damage landing on a pretty empty board.
You know, I think I'd rather have Roderick's board, but
We're pretty even at this point. I don't know if there's like one board is better or worse than the other at this
Yeah.
point. Okay, gets a nice double poke for a good dig here.
ooh, okay. Roderick does draw the blue though. He really needed this one.
Oh, and that's a lot of sticky damage.
Yeah, for sure.
Masa does not have much to dig down to here.
Oh, she's so
The
greedy!
The damage
Why?
is landing in column 4.
She's so greedy. I can't believe it. Alrighty. Very similar red and blue structures here.
Okay, Masa had a much stronger form there. Many more prongs than
And this
Roderick.
red shape has a lot of tails too.
Yeah, and this green is actually deceptively large as well. Oh yeah, I think this is gonna be a this green is gonna be a round ender for sure. It's just snaking back and forth so much, even though it only has two it only had
Oh,
like
instant
2 or
death.
3 tails, but there's just so much damage. 2 or 3, it's like 3 times 15 is still 45.
I don't know what Roderick's plan is for this yellow structure. It kind of confuses me a little bit. Yeah,
The plan was to offset the damage Masa sent, and I'm not sure it succeeded.
yeah, because now everything's sort of disorganized and separated.
This red is rapidly turning into something quite nice.
Yeah,
Masa, however, also has a quite devilish structure with this red-blue combo attack that is going to send 45 over. And Roderick now very much so on the back foot this round. Ooh, and that extra bit of margin time kicking in. Perhaps when Roderick would least want it.
Roderick
Finds
would
the red.
love-
Gonna greed a little bit. 1 extra piece. It makes a difference, but it's not enough.
basically exchanged his red structure for garbage.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, if you live, like, what if that is a good trade?
Roderick's got some potential here. Unfortunately, I think he's getting pea-screwed. Okay. If Roderick could have dug down a little bit to get those blues to connect, he would have had like a pretty long chain there in the middle at the bottom of his board. But unfortunately, I think he just got he got too many blues in a row, so he couldn't like dig down to the blue.
Mm-hmm. Oh, what's Masa doing here with these reds?
Oh, she's gonna link this whole thing up.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah, she's been doing a lot of this sort of, like, her secondary color is less a outright structure and more a, like, the board is going to collapse and make this just, like, a really long line. And she's been seeing a lot of, because she's, she plays so fast, and she can assemble, like, her first structure is just so strong that it can offset most of the garbage from, like, an initial attack. Just having that large structure as a follow-up is often enough to put her in a really advantageous situation, like she currently finds herself in. Okay, the game deciding that Masa's gonna build with yellow here.
Yeah, whether you like it or not. Okay. Ooh, this green situation's kind of weird. Yeah, that looks like okay. All right.
Not quite enough. Just not as many prongs as she probably would have hoped for.
I'm just really spooked for a second. Okay.
Ooh, nice little dig there from Masa.
Some cool chain action. You love to see it.
What? Masa just connecting those yellows instead of going for a match there. Interesting.
I think that was an error. I actually feel like she must have...
Oh, just
it makes a lot of sense to me. Yeah, that she was just holding down and didn't press the button. That's definitely an error I would make too.
Okay, finding that mini T for those reds is huge from us. Okay, so despite the error earlier, finding that yellow T that she made is gonna give her 34 damage.
That's incredible.
So the delayed gratification really paying off.
And we're definitely in the portion of margin time where like it's just all scrapping.
Okay, this 50 hit from Masa is going to be catastrophic as her board remains relatively open to extend. Roderick is very full. Finds a really nice quick build.
She had a blue! Okay. Wow, and she's just gonna continue to greed. You know, whatever. Living your best life. You know? Make it 72,
72. Yeah, that is I don't think 84 is yeah, Roderick knows.
Incredible.
No way they hit Puzzle Wednesday podcast margin time. Alright, Masa gonna advance for the run back against Leon.
A familiar conclusion to bracket if you were here for Pochi and Nyaa 6th edition. Oh, actually, it's 5th edition. My bad.
Yeah, Masa didn't enter the last one.
Can't believe it. I love Masa saying free ELO time. Unreal. Here we are at Grand Finals. Masa with an uncharacteristic checkerboard in the bottom of the board. Oh, it's sort of coming together. That's really funny.
Ooh, Masa committing to the double red.
Oh, it's exactly right.
It's
That's so
exactly
funny.
enough damage. I like these 3D rotating boxes that spit out the piece queue.
Uh-huh.
I'm very curious what the graphic design draft idea was for this. Yeah, there's just gonna be like a gray rotating concrete box.
And that's where dogs and cats come from. Wow. And the reds are like perfectly lined up for that too. Oh, but Leon is just totally chilling. He's just like, whatever. No big deal.
Well, Masa unfortunately covers her yellow activation point. Though I don't know if it would have been enough, even if she did reach it. The round would have at least continued, though. Okay, the board is being very generous with the blues here. Leon is just committing immediately to mid-board. As the game continues to hand out blues, it's becoming kind of dangerous, actually.
Yeah. Yeah, Leon has actually moved. Wow. He didn't want to continue stacking on it. That's interesting.
Okay, a significantly better chain build from Masa here. Sees there's only 5 damage and lots of yellows in the next queue. Gonna go for the greed here. It's 41 for her trouble. The risk pays off. Forcing Leon to commit to a chain he maybe wouldn't have liked to, because Masa was threatening lethal with the 4. And there's 42. Okay. So Masa actually going to take the first game. Speaking of free elo.
Yeah.
That's going to be a lot of elo.
I love how Masa is pretending like you don't have to have strategy, you just have to play fast. And while it's true that she does play fast, like her builds are also very well organized.
Her builds are very well organized, and she's winning the rounds she wins on the back of just actually getting more damage out of her links, individual links than Leon is. And look at that. The yellow is perfectly constructed.
Ooh.
Oh, unfortunately that's lethal. Needed to clear some of that garbage out of column 4.
The piece cute kind of hated her. Just like, you're not drawing that today.
Alright, she's probably going to drag this blue across the board now. A little bit to see if she can get it to link up. Once things oh wait, no, she's just gonna commit. Okay. Leon with a massive green build here. Though Masa also has a very, very long green build, and unfortunately does not have many prongs, so...
Yeah, the tails are in the
lost.
wrong place, basically. You'd love it if the tails are at the end of the chain, so that way you multiply the whole path. If they're in the middle, then you only multiply the parts that are, you know, where they split off.
Okay, very nice blue there, though. Be getting the double for the extra little cherry on top. Masa has a lot of damage potential here with this red. Very interested in tanking and sending here. Just perfect breed.
Incredible. You just send over the 80. No big deal.
I mean, that's exactly... When you have a big advantage against your opponent like that, that's exactly what you want to do. Just build up a very tall vertical spire so that they have to... They just don't have as much board room, so they're going to send the biggest possible chain they can, which is significantly smaller than your biggest possible chain, and then you simply tank, and then launch past it, and they will just not have the material to counter. Or the space to absorb the damage.
Leon with the twofer. That is a lot to tank. That seems like it's too much to tank. Wait. Wait. Oh, wait. Wait. No way she gets out of this. No way, no way, no way, no way.
She got it.
Oh, she totally gets out. Whatever. It's so fake.
Wow, incredible
Oh. No big deal.
Now she just has to hope she doesn't get droughted on reds for too long.
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
And she kind of did.
I think she's fine, actually. Because, like, look at how much more material she has on her board versus Leon's. Leon spent all his scrapping. No, Masa!
The double tap.
No!
Brutal.
I saw it. That's so sad. Man. That's rough.
Damn,
What an incredible round.
That's
Yeah,
a
absolutely,
heartbreaker.
Jet. Yeah. No, it happened again!
Oh, and that's just instant lethal. Just rotated the piece the wrong direction.
Yeah, nerves suddenly becoming an issue. Which is not uncommon. At this level of play, it is pretty common. Especially if you're like, you start falling behind a little bit. Like, mental is like, starts becoming more and more important.
Masa with a very good build setup here for tank and send. Ooh, gets a nice little poke. Baits something out, but unfortunately it was very conveniently placed pieces for Ooh, Masa finds a really nice tank and send. The perfect offset once again.
Or she's going to be pivoting off of the central tail here. It's not bad.
Gets a 30 for her trouble. Oh, if she can line up some greens in this column 4, it's a bit dangerous, but the damage is just going to add up really quickly. And that's a huge poke. 39. Boom, lethal. There's a lot of push and pull going on here. Leon,
absolutely.
Leon's relatively full board flat stack building, while incredibly piece efficient, has been putting him on the back foot because Masa's really just playing the tank and send game. Oh, this is grand.
Yeah, unless Leon, if Leon finds it like a strong enough twofer, it's usually okay. Like there are limits to how much you can tank and send. Ooh.
No worry,
Okay.
just gonna chain into it. Yeah, but Masa doesn't care. That's 37 damage, but she's just gonna swing right back.
Yep.
This yellow blob structure is very funny. I have no... Once again, absolutely no clue how the game's gonna interpret that. I wonder if she's... she's gonna throw, like, one more yellow in the slot, yeah. Just for the T, just for the hell of it. Getting 47 to connect there. Okay, running out of material to follow up with. Oh, actually, no. Masa's got a huge brain strategy here. Okay, maybe not. I thought she was going to, I thought she was going to collapse the stack and get all of the blues to connect together. Yeah, the game sees a blob and then it rolls a die and says, okay, because you came into this blob from the top left corner on the second Wednesday of the month, it's gonna be 9 tails. But if you came in from the bottom right and it was the 14th instead of the 9th, it would have only been 2. It just does whatever it wants. I'm sure there's some internal logic to how it works, but playing it relatively blind. The logic is not immediately understandable.
No.
Okay, Masa just committing to the double. That's 68.
Oh wow, really?
Almost a perfect offset, overshooting by 1.
Now Leon can just stack these blues.
Game rolls dice to check if it applies Puzzle Fighter gem rules or not.
I don't know what Leon's plan is for this green shape down here. Looks like let it rock is mostly it. Oh, drew a blue. Okay. Ooh, finds a green
just
too.
swings for both. Masa kind of getting baited into committing to midboard here.
Uncharacteristically flat from Masa.
Yeah, just getting pieces in less than stellar color combinations.
Oh no. Oh my god, we just barely live.
But as you can see, it is so hard to poke somebody out at top board. You really just have to have lethal.
Holy shit. Agreed. Let me put another one on there. Just one more. Just one more. It's no big deal. Just one more.
It pays off, though. The difference between the value on Masa's board and on Leon's board right now is massive. This huge blue structure for Masa is going to be big damage.
It's certainly going to be funny. I have no idea what it's actually going to amount to.
I'm gonna guess 48, 39, plus whatever the offset was. Margin time also coming into effect there. So
true.
Even though it didn't have too many tails.
Oh, great mini cross from Masa into the
And
follow-up.
19 is just about lethal. Oh no, finds the double green into a mini T. 16, not going to be quite enough. The 2-chain offering Leon a little bit of extra space. Oh, poked right as he was placing a piece.
Just like that, Masa's poised to reset the bracket. Certainly starting to feel like that's a real possibility, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And this would be a pretty major upset. Masa's very strong, but
Yeah, this is
Leon
Leon's show.
yeah. Leon's world, we're just living in it. Unless... Okay.
Masa, gonna take the blue from the top as well. And Leon just does not have the pieces to activate the green on the side. Okay, Masa with this enormous red blob. Taking it from the back. It does have 2 chains. Oh, and the poke lands in column 4! We get a reset!
Wow. I did not expect this.
Leon show starring Leon. The scriptwriter's throwing a wrench in my plans. If we're watching the Leon show and Masa's winning. It's the power of green. They gave Masa a green-haired character. She's too powerful.
Alrighty. That is true. You shouldn't let her. You shouldn't let her have that technology.
Both of their boards perfectly flat. This is Xerxian rolling in his grave at the moment.
Oh, she just barely... Oh, yeah.
Oh,
no way! She...
Beautiful
Whatever.
2-chain.
That's wild. Holy moly.
That's the kind of play that gets you a bracket reset right there.
Yeah. I'll say.
Masa looking to link up all of these greens here. Unfortunately gonna have to commit to the
Yeah, it's a little awkward and time consuming, but probably worth it. So
Okay, yeah, if she gets rid of this red, this
yeah, they'll all
meandering...
fall into place. Ooh.
Oh, the donut is gonna eat a lot of the damage on that.
Yeah, you can use the hit sparks as a rough guesstimate for how it's being counted. So anytime you make a donut like that, it sort of splits it in two, and so you don't get as big a multiplier as you would if it had been a straight line.
You kind of burn the candle from both ends.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, a little bit slow.
Leon just putting on way too much pressure there at the end. Yeah, I think Masa being forced to take the green from an unfavorable position really was the deciding factor in that round.
Little mini cross poke, huh? I'm not sure what the plan. Ooh, the twofer. JK, I also have one. Incredible.
Just mashing down those bears. Oh,
but
Leon
doesn't
without
have
yellow in sight.
That's so brutal. Oh, he finally manages to find one.
Ooh, 43. That's a lot of damage to receive, and Leon's board looking very comfortable right now. Masa making some effort to dig in the most efficient way possible, but unfortunately, just not enough material to work with.
Yeah.
That many instances of margin time, Leon just being able to make tees like with 5 or 6 length versus Masa only being able to make them with like 2 or 3.
Her PCQ also isn't particularly friendly. Like, she went for a mini cross, which, like, she needed that to live, but she just could not draw the pieces to complete it.
Just
pretty compelling start from Leon. Oh! Ooh, Masa.
That's a misdrop. Okay, she's not gonna die out. Okay, yeah, she will. I was gonna say she's not gonna die outright, but Leon had the follow-ups kept coming. Both players playing so respectfully. Okay, only 5. Masa coming out very ahead on that exchange.
It's also one of those situations I referred to earlier where, like, you're just sort of building and then you hear your opponent make a move and you're just like, okay, time for me to just hit the button.
Okay,
Ooh, Leon.
Masa still has these greens on lock. Oh, extends from the far side of the chain. Oh, and the follow-up with the blue is just so much damage. Masa really coming out ahead on these games where she's allowed to build a really tall counter chain on one side.
Oh, interesting. Oh, but they don't link up. I thought that for sure that she was going to get some action on the blues. Yeah, you might have to. Okay.
Maybe not quite what Masa would have liked to receive in terms of damage.
No.
These reds a little farther away than I would hope. Oh, nat 29. Where'd Leon find that? His board was empty when I last looked at it.
Yeah, and he's got this huge blue shape forming.
Whew. Right. Leon up 2-0. Looking to
he's
close
definitely
out this
activated.
tournament.
Definitely activated rage mode, huh?
Yeah. Why does the boss have a second health bar?
That's what being on winner's side is like. You just get that whole other health bar.
Very early commit for Masa.
Yeah.
But
Leon's pieces are
lands.
a little separated. Yeah. Like, he'll be able to put together this blue shape, no problem. But all of his other material is sort of, like, estranged or separated. But Masa gets to keep this humongous blue structure. And she's very confident to just keep greeting on it. Until she gets this twofer. Oh, yeah.
That's so much. 105.
105.
I think she was
you're
just
not
waiting
offsetting
for the
that.
next hit of margin time. Because the second that margin time came, she went for it. All right, we've got the elevated by 1 square Christmas tree on a stand again this year. These Masa being forced into some really unconventional build locations. The piece queue really favoring red.
Yeah, and look at how comfortable Leon is. Like, he's just chilling.
I think Masa really just got, unfortunately, caught by the commit to red as the discard color. Because she put like half her red on the right and half her red on the left, and then Leon had just converted that into one big chain in the middle. And Masa, because all of the pieces that arrived had been red, there just was not enough material to counter everything being centered on that one chain.
Oh, Masa. What is this? Oh, she just barely able to protect herself, but even then, this is a pretty perilous spot.
And
No!
that's gonna be it.
You could have lived! But only just. Congratulations, Leon.
Whoop, wrong button.
Congratulations, Masa.
All right. Congratulations to Leon and Masa. Big shout outs to Note for running our doing a lot of match calling behind the scenes here. Or wait, no, it was just Masa doing all of the match calling. Wow, really just doing double duty tonight. No
Typical.
support needed. All right. With the bracket coming to a close, before I let you all go, let us do one more quick recap of our upcoming events for the rest of this month. On Friday, we have a game of pure chaos. The screen will shake. The up will das. It's Senno. Be there or be square. This game is just pure chaos. Make rings or don't. Break chains. Play mid-game. It's fun. Then, on the 16th, we have Rakujang, the puzzle game where you construct mahjong hands, and then the Wheel of Fortune decides fate. Sometimes you will win, sometimes you will have to play some more. Make big chains and matches to fill up your luck meter, and good things will happen. 23rd, we have a return to Yoshi's Cookie, favorite here at Puzzle Wednesday. Match Yoshi cookies, other various prizes as you race to is it 20, I think, the goal? You're trying to get 20 sets of cookies before your opponent. It's 25. And on the way there, you have Yoshi cookies that activate special powers that rotate at set intervals. These powers can both help and hurt you, so choosing when to activate them is crucial as you try to bake your way to victory. And then on July 30th, we have Star Sweep, a panel-esque, very active style game where you insert pieces into your stack. It's going to be interesting. This was our second one, and we're running this one on Duck Station, so be ready. With that, thanks again to Raz for joining me on the microphone, Masa
Thank you.
for running everything behind the scenes, and congratulations to Masa, Rats, and Leon for. Oh no, it was Masa, Roderick, and Leon who made top 3. So, see you all later. Good night, everybody.